Ho, 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 Merry Chrysler!
You sound you're going to do that!
And welcome, everyone, to the RPGeeks Christmas Special! My name's Simon. I am running a game of D&D with my best friends, Emily Bates, Ali Jennings, and Shalini Bundell, and we're going to just get straight into it, I think. So, we open... It's a festive. I'm not Ali. We're not all going to die today.
Just be like, hi everyone, how you doing? Are you having a nice day?
Do we want to redo the intro? Right, we're rolling with it.
Yeah, we're going with it.
This is exactly RPGeeks guarantee. We're all in the mulled wine, everyone.
Oh, it's good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We open to a wintry scene. 3 movie executives are crammed into a rather cold and noisy taxi that's bouncing along the ice-slurried road to Nashville in the Midwest of America. Condensation fogs the windows. It's mid-December and snow has blanketed the landscape. These 3 have just landed at the airport, their tickets paid for by their employer, the giant movie studio Paravision. But they sat separately on their flights, and after congregating at the sign of a prepaid taxi driver, this is the first time they've spent together. So, Emily, can you describe your character, please?
Sure, I'm Kayla Anderson. I am a mid-40s woman wearing a shirt, a gilet, big sunglasses on my head, and a little scarf. Oh God, here we go. Scarf is hot. And Kayla is going through her notes. She is a movie director.
And that was what you were doing on the flight? You were going through your notes?
Oh, for sure. Well, going through my notes, listening to music, berating waitresses, air stewards, you know.
The waitresses of the sky.
The waitresses of the sky. The standard, drinking too much Prosecco.
Yes, I had immediately
She was in
know...
first class, to be clear.
Oh, the only one, actually, of these 3. Ali, can you describe your character and what they were doing on the journey?
Norb Stensler, immaculately dressed, a face of pure evil. The man is a marketing executive. I study at Boner & Boner, but I joined Paravision for one purpose. I'm going to bring them out of the muck. I'm going to sell that name to all the little kiddies out there, all you little kiddies. Want to watch Paravision? That's my specialty. I sell stuff to kids. I'm Norb Stensler.
I've written Knob Stensler by accident.
Don't call me Knob Stensler. It's Norb.
And what did Norb spend the journey doing? What was the flight like?
There was a delectable little... No, it was basically marketing my new range of Paravision products, the Paravision Vape. Gives you all the taste of your favorite movie scenes. I'm talking Aladdin, the new one. I'm talking The Little Mermaid, again, another one. I'm talking the one with the panda. All of those ones...
You know the one. Is there
actual panda in the panda vape, by any chance?
Whatever gives you the sensation of being loved, kid, that's what's in the vape. Buy it, get your parents to buy it for you.
And lastly, Shalini, what is your character and what did they spend the flight doing?
So, Mr. Pintex, as I in fact am, has been reading Financial Times. I don't know what accountants do, but I imagine it's read the Financial Times, so we're going with that. He's wearing what he thinks is a nice but not standouty suit. Probably if you know suits, you'd be like, not a great suit. But Mr. Pintex, Carl, I don't have any friends, but if I did, maybe they would call me Carl. Thinks it's quite nice, and he's been looking at spreadsheets, looking at the numbers in the Financial Times, the accounting numbers.
That is definitely what accountants do.
Gross and net numbers.
Deductibles.
Oh, conditional formatting.
Love conditional formatting. Let's not go into that. Let's
not make fun of conditional formatting. Come on, gone too far.
Before I drag anyone else on the RPGeeks, we're going to go back to the taxi. So you're bouncing along in the back of this cold taxi, and you remember think back to the meeting you attended with the chief executive of Paravision, Dan Buckton.
Oh, Mr. Buckton.
It's pretty simple, you see. We need a location for Nowheresville, America. You know, the kind of sad town where nothing happens, so our hero, we got The Rock. We're going to do something that's never been done before. We're going to put him in a khaki shirt, and then we're going to put him in the jungle. No one's seen it before. They're going to love it. And he's going to blow up the buildings in this mid-movie action sequence just to keep things ticking over. All you got to do is get the town to agree to the filming contract. Now, we're not actually going to blow up the town, but we probably wish we kind of could. It's a pretty sad place. But there's this green in the middle of the town that's perfect. The location scout says it's perfect to base production, and the explosion's there for a month. There was something about a tree in the middle of it, so we'll need to chop that down, but we'll compensate the town. A couple of G's, we'll make millions. Capiche? Get the contract signed. I'll be flying in by helicopter to take the publicity shots in 3 days, so make sure it's done by then.
Sounds like a plan.
And this is all ringing in your ears as the taxi pulls up to a rather drab-looking main street. There's slurry of snow and ice and water on the surface. On both sides of the street, there are a few stores and shop fronts and some residential buildings, and there's some tiny offshoot roads with picket fences, and there are no Christmas decorations in sight. Unusual. The airport was full of Christmas decorations, but this is very plain, quite drab-looking. And the street leads up to what looks like a green with maybe some trees in it. A person is walking their dogs up in that direction, and the taxi driver pushes you out and leaves you on the side of the road.
Jesus! It's very rude.
What would you like to do?
I immediately pull out one of those little lenses that you can like look at shots through and just start walking up and down the streets going, that would look great if we could blow it up.
Oh, you must be the director, huh?
Yes, Kayla Anderson.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
You know, do we have your permissions to put your face on stuff?
My face? No, I don't do that. Had enough of that recently.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't see the headlines or the newspapers.
Oh, you're that Kayla Anderson.
Why do you think I'm here?
Well, that explains why you got the same face.
That would explain why I have the face of the person called Kayla Anderson, yes.
It all starts to make sense. You know what? You could use a publicist.
I could use a publicist.
Oh, baby. Now
Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Or I didn't ask, but...
Norb.
Norb.
You can call me Stentler. My friends do.
So do you know any publicists, or are you suggesting yourself?
Funny you should say, Kayla. I know just the man for the job.
Is it you?
It might well be me.
Right, okay, she walks up.
Kayla!
I'm the... All right, it's fine.
Oh, sorry, you, yes, black 2 sugars, please, thank you.
I don't know where...
There are no coffee shops here.
There are no coffee shops.
No coffee shops.
Norb's going to try and find a coffee for the...
There is a bar / what we call a pub in the UK, but it is closed, so the sign on the window says it's going to open at 5 o'clock.
What time is it now?
It's the sort of midday, it's about 1 o'clock.
Right, should we find this green and get them to sign the contract and then just get out of here?
God damn it. Hey, whatever you're doing with these petty town officials, you know, you got to grease their palms, all right? And so I'm not just talking silver.
Not too much. Minimum grease, minimum viable.
Okay,
grease.
you're already getting me for free for this movie, so I don't
Very
think...
Good deal. Also, focus groups respond really well to Mr. The Rock Johnson in khaki in a jungle. I have a very...
He doesn't like it if you call him Mr. The Rock Johnson. He likes to be called Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Or to you, Dwayne Johnson. Sir Dwayne Johnson. Sir, Lord Sir Dwayne Johnson.
From the Queen of England.
No, he gave himself a knighthood, but he deserves it, really. I mean, have
I
you
like
seen
to
that?
see the Queen try to take that knighthood off him, you know?
Quite, exactly. So, I mean...
Who are you?
Isn't she dead?
Mr. Pintix on the AAO.
That does not date the show. We have just forgotten that the Queen has died.
I did forget the Queen died.
We actually filmed this in like May.
I vaguely assumed that we're just sort of in the 90s, because I'm getting a 90s vibe. We're going to have very large satellite phones if we want to.
I didn't write a year down in my notes, but yeah, sure, let's go with
The
that.
Rock would still be The Rock in the 90s.
Has he done a lot of khaki jungle films?
No, I don't think he would have done any by then. I think he's still WWE.
Oh, no.
This is really what's so exciting about this project, you know? He's a totally new face.
Right, never been in a movie before. Dwayne Johnson. Some people don't know he's called that. They just call him The Rock. But Dwayne Johnson, I've worked with him before on not a movie because he hasn't done any yet. So
You're a wrestler?
no, I made a wrestling film where we used professional wrestlers as the extras, and Dwayne was there. That's how I know him.
That's a hell of a gimmick.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I'm going to be asking them about this knighthood, I think. That's where I come from.
I was kind of
not
making
how
that
these
up, so
things
we
work.
don't need to.
My God, so he was knighted for services to wrestling.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna see if there's anyone around. I just shout, "Excuse me."
Yeah, so just as you're having this discussion about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, there's an elderly couple. There's sort of two people in their sort of early 80s, like quite far along, and they're obviously on their sort of morning walk, and they're going, "Oh." The man this is spoke to you and says, "Oh, new people in town. What are you doing here?"
Yes, we'd like to speak to whoever's in charge, please.
Well, it's kind of me, but not really. There's no one really in charge of the town. We have a town council that's in charge, you see.
Great. Well, are you having a meeting anytime in the next hour?
No.
Could you make one happen in the next hour?
No, things move very differently. You must be from the city.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm sure I could get people together at 7 o'clock.
We don't necessarily need the whole council. I've got some paperwork here that will simply require a signature, as long as you are happy to vouch for your responsibility and liability on behalf of the entire town. We're going to be taking some trees down, blowing some things up. It's an excellent opportunity
Buddy.
to sign here.
Don't even just hold off a second. I'm going to do that thing that really awful people do, where they put their arm around your shoulder, but they kind of like clench your that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. It's horrible. It's the worst. Buddy, listen to me. All right? You know as well as I do, everybody's got their own traditions, all right? We love diversity. We revel in it. And of course, where we're coming from, all we want to do is to show off you and everything you do in the best light possible. Now, I see from your get-up, from your vibe, that you're a community man. You're a community guy. And your lovely wife here,
I'm Betty.
Betty, looking fabulous. If I may say so, your lovely wife here and yourself, you could, I'm sure, benefit from maybe a little influx into the town, a little local,
Now I'm gonna go move to have the first roll of the game. So I haven't told you about stats yet. Yeah. So you have two stats here. You have cynicism and Christmas cheer. Now, the way this is going to work is these are going to be used for checks. It's very similar to Honey Heist. People have played that game or seen that game before. So you're wanting to roll equal to or under your relevant stat. You are starting cynicism at 4 and Christmas cheer at 2. Now, you can deliberately manipulate these statistics if you want. You can move a point from Christmas cheer to cynicism by ruining the magic of Christmas. And you can move a point from cynicism to Christmas cheer by doing some selfless act, which will be up to my discretion. And of course, just like Honey Heist, if you get 6 points in either, then it's game over. If you get 6 points in cynicism, your heart is forever withered. Not even 3 ghosts can save you. You'll be alone every December 25th. If you get 6 points in Christmas cheer, you become obsessed with Christmas, you never take your tree down, and it means that the day is the same as every other day, and Christmas stops being special.
That's what happens if you do Christmas stuff too early in the year, eh, guys? Wow. Good job we're not doing this early in the year.
In May.
Happy December. What a lovely December.
God save the Queen.
Wasn't expecting that to be the meme of the session, but here we go. Need to fold the Queen into this somehow. So yes, can you give me a roll for cynicism, please, Ali, to see how effectively you accomplish this?
Manipulate this poor man. There's a 2.
Okay, so you successfully manipulate the old man. So the old man, he's clearly hurt. You know, he's wearing his years on his frame. He's very tired. And he goes, "Oh well, I suppose I'm kind of the community elder." And then Betty pipes up and it's like, "No, Chris. It's not enough to simply speak on behalf of everyone. What would they say? No, you must come back and say, we'll get everyone together at 7 o'clock in here, in Henry's bar."
Henry's bar, okay.
Yes, have you heard of it?
Yes.
Oh, it's wonderful. Henry's wonderful. I think I see him up there, actually. He's walking his dogs.
Great. Oh, shame. Well, we've got to go. So, could you point me towards the green and the tree that we need to take down? I just need to work out if we're going to blow it up in shot or whether we just need to take it out and put a fake one in to blow up.
The tree?
The tree, yes.
Oh, well, she's definitely not happy about this. There's this internal struggle where she is a little old woman, white hair, very, typical lovely old lady, played by Betty White, who's could never tell a lie in her life. So she goes, well, it's up there, actually. It's up the street. What are you doing with
Thank you, Betty. Well, I mean, you've seen my films before.
No.
Blast and...
Did you have anything to do with It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
Oh, then I haven't seen your film.
Oh, you've only seen It's a Wonderful Life.
I just watch it
That's
every
the
year.
only, just that one film. One film per year.
What more can you watch?
It's a great, to be fair, it is a good film, Betty, but that's not the point.
Focus groups suggest that people have moved on from It's a Wonderful Life and different formulae are now more effective.
You're very good for a coffee boy.
Maybe time for a reboot, eh?
Reboot would be a good name for a film.
Don't say that too loudly.
It's a Wonderful Life 2. This time it's personal.
Life harder.
Life harder. We could...
Yeah, I like that better than Life too. I like It's a Wonderful Life, harder.
Harder. I like it. We could blow up... I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life, so I can't make a good joke.
There's a bank in it. I know that
We
much.
could blow up the bank.
We could CGI Jimmy
Dwayne
Stewart.
Rock Johnson.
Yes!
Yes. It's a Wonderful Life 2. Quickly, note that down.
It's a Wonderful Life too, harder.
No one snipe us.
Focus groups do like sequels. I think this will be very financially
Betty is
successful for
utterly lost at this development. Does not know what at all you're talking
Betty,
about.
want one more question for you. Where could we get a coffee?
Oh well, normally at the bar. I think
No.
I think.
Wait, should it be open right now?
Well, no. Henry has to take care of the dogs first. He has the huskies first. You'll meet him later. Otherwise, I think Gloria in the store might have some coffee.
Great. Okay. Where might that be?
Oh, you can't miss it. It's just down there on the left.
Is it called Gloria's Store by any chance?
How did you know?
I don't just call it a hunch.
While this is going on, I would like to have a look around if I can identify anywhere where there might be some, key civic paperwork. The sort of paperwork that you might need to legally take control of. Maybe a sort of, a kind of town hall-y sort of situation.
Oh, I see what you mean.
What did you think then?
You meant like a store where you might pick up some legal paperwork.
Classic bit of...
I mean, I can tell you what you see on this street.
Yeah.
So you're in front of Henry's bar. You've got Gloria's store down the road. There's a small art gallery that you can see. It's a little bit further down. On the other side of the road, there's a woodworking shop. And that's pretty much the end of the high street. There's a few sort of scattered residential buildings, and that's about it. It's a small population, Nashville.
Oh, god damn it. I mean, I don't know where these hicks keep their valuables. Where would you keep your valuables if you lived in a shack?
Valuables are inherent to the value of the business. It's all about the profits. It's about the income and the expenditure. So
He was in the taxi with us, so I think we...
You was in our taxi?
I'm the AAO.
We shared a taxi?
I'm the AAO.
Were you in the taxi?
I was in the taxi with both of you.
I was in the front.
I was next to you. Our shoulders were touching when the taxi was bouncing.
I think he likes you.
So needs to check this taxi with carbon monoxide, apparently.
I thought, coffees. Yes, I can provide coffees. Let me go and look in Gloria's store. I shall also be keeping an eye out for investment opportunities. You never know, in places like this, a little money could go a long way.
Are you...
I'm the AAO.
I don't know what that means.
You keep saying that.
Oh, I'm the Assistant Executive Accounting Officer, the AAO.
The A-E-A-O.
The AAO, yes.
The Greek A-E-I-O.
I'm not Greek, no, I'm from Croydon.
What is a Croydon?
What is a Croydon?
Croydon's like New York, but for England. Right. Where the Queen lives.
So a lot of like theaters and pizza. Yellow cabs and stuff like that.
Not as as much of a market as in America. I've been over here for some time now. I feel it's a much more accessible market. The populace are more interested in, making investments based on marketing techniques, of which Christmas is an excellent gimmick, I must say.
Look, this film, we're going to lose as much Christmas from it as possible, okay? People don't want Christmas movies. They want explosions, and they want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to take his shirt off.
Focus groups suggest.
I don't give a damn about your focus group.
At this point, you look up, and Betty and Chris have clearly left quite some time ago. They're all of 15 meters away. They're moving very slowly on this surface. But they've kind of given you up as like a lost cause. Sort of, when they notice that you've kind of come out of this huddle, they sort of go, "Oh, we'll see you at the meeting at 7.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
As they glacially ascend.
I just walk past them.
Yeah.
To Gloria's store.
Oh, for the coffee, yeah.
And I shall make my way delicately
I want to see this
down
tree.
the high street.
You're going to see the tree, are you?
Okay, so you're going to go to the store.
I'm going to go to the tree.
Norbert, sorry, not Norbert.
Split the party. Split the party.
I just want to check some. I don't know what you guys. You were in the meeting with Dan Buxton, right?
Unfortunately.
Of course, I am the AAO.
Right. So, you guys, you're here for the same reasons, right?
Make the Christmas film.
Make the Christmas film, make it here in god awful nowhere.
Right. Get rid of the tree, blow it up, whatever I gotta do.
Make large amounts of money, yes.
And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
As I've said already, my fee is millions normally. And you've got me for free, so I do expect that to be reflected in the budget.
How exactly did they get you for free?
That does not matter, we can get to that later.
I've saved some of the clippings. I'll pass them along.
I love clippings. This is a man after my own heart. She's gone.
You must have heard about the incident with the Father Christmas and the grotto and the snogging.
Tell me,
It was very salacious. It was on all the papers.
Tell me more.
There were sort of sexy puns about sitting on Santa's lap and things like that, but Santa was getting off with an elf, you see. She didn't like that, no, because the Santa, he was only the temporary Santa. Usually he was an extra in the films, and then they'd been having an illicit affair.
You are incredibly well informed.
Yes, I read all about it.
Hang on, has Kayla left at this point and is like skittering over the road?
Walked away.
It was in the Financial Times.
All the celebrity gossip.
Have we gone to Gloria's shop? I'm sort of following.
Yes, so if you're following along.
Follow me to coffee.
So you're about to enter into the shop, and the door bursts open, and 3 small little people, children, I mean, not, all burst out.
Wow, they're tiny!
They're wearing little flannel shirts and sort of parkas as they go and race and play around in the snow, and you hear from inside. Oh God, I didn't think of a voice.
For a climbing disco.
Samwise Gamgee!
Toes! Tom, John, Ron! Be careful out there!
I'm just going to go Tom, John, Ron. I'll hand them 3 tapes.
Are you not charging for those?
Oh no, see, these ones you get for free.
Are they not Paravision property then?
Well, no, I mean, they're a Paravision brand.
The Paravision, should we not be charging? What's the business model you've got going? You're giving them away.
Give a little and receive a lot back. You know what I mean, Pinktis?
I don't know.
Oh, hi there! Sorry, I didn't see you.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you must be the beautiful mother of Ron, John, and Tom.
Oh, I see you've met my boys. My name's Gloria. Nice to meet you. Where do you come from?
I'm from Croydon.
She has no idea what that is.
This fine fellow knows the Queen. The Queen of England. Do we hear that? Is that from down the street?
It's the 90s, so no, wait, no, she's not, right. Lizzie too, this time it's personal.
Just coming up with these ideas all the time. We're going to actually have a RPGeeks cinematic universe after this one. Sorry, come on in. You must be here for the star. What can I get for you?
I would like 3 cups of coffee, please.
Oh, you'd have to make it yourself. We sell coffee beans, not cups of coffee.
What do I do with those?
I believe it's more of a town folk drink. I believe you grind them and then you boil them or something.
Right, can you provide, please, appropriate grinding and boiling facilities?
This is definitely, you look up for a moment, and this is like the general store for the entire town. So yeah, it's like crammed in all these little shelves and things, and little tiny, meticulously made price notes, whatever they're called.
Tax?
Price tags, yes.
There's the gun, the 90s price tag gun. Yeah.
You get the impression that there's not much turnover here. Some of this stuff is very dusty. And she's like, oh, yes, certainly.
I like the price tags.
Yeah, well, it's the part of the job that I'm a little bit useless with sums, but I make do. Where are we? Grind is...
Well, just before she goes, I say, excuse me, ma'am, you don't cater Dapper Dan, do you? And I'm just going to run my hands through my hair.
Sorry, what did you do in cater for...
Cater Dapper Dan.
Cater Dapper Dan.
I don't know what that means.
No,
Yes, but not for a long time.
Oh, it's an iconic line. Never mind. I'll just take some...
You say something seductive and run your hands through your hair.
But never mind. Anyway, while she's in that, I'm just going to say, I don't want to alarm you, Fitzburger.
Pingtix. Mr. Pingtix.
Whatever your goofy
yeah.
English name is. I'm getting an awful socialist vibe from this place.
I think you'll be pretty safe. They look relatively harmless.
That's how they start, isn't it? And then one day, bang! You're red from head to toe.
Really?
That's how they get you.
I was not aware that this was a risk in this part of the world. Back in Croydon, we don't tend to worry about
close the
things.
laptop.
I'll be wary.
Yeah, you see that you do that.
All right.
Ping, tickle, ping,
Pingtix.
ping, tick.
So Gloria went off to fetch the grinder and the coffee beans and Norb. Do you want to initiate a conversation with her? Accuse her of communism? Like, do you want to do any of these things?
I'm not so gauche as that. No, I'll just lean over a bit and say, Gloria, we're looking around your lovely town or this beautiful homestead, and, excuse you. But not to worry, I'll just hold out a handkerchief.
Thank you.
Mistakenly, I hold out a vape. I think, I'm so sorry, but vape?
No, thank you.
Are you sure it's got a little pattern on it?
No, my husband died from smoking, so I try to avoid all of it.
Then this is the one for you because it doesn't give you nearly the health effects.
Well, she's... Give me a roll for cynicism.
2!
Okay.
She takes the vape.
She takes the vape and has do you toke on a vape? What's the correct verb?
You just sort of
Suck on it.
suck on it.
You suck, which gives it a little, very cautious, like...
Yeah, that's real pander you're tasting there.
Pounder!
Smooth, isn't it?
Yeah. Tucks it into the top pocket of her.
Okay, I'm going to lean over and say, now, me and my good friend Pinkerton here, we're
Mr.
loving.
Pingtix, hello.
We're absolutely... I just love this whole setup. Now, look, if a man such as I wanted to invest in a place such as this, where would I go to find the necessary...
That was my idea, to invest.
It's our idea now.
You all investing in Nashville?
We want to get our hands on some of this delightful property, drive up values, get everybody wins.
Well, we could certainly do with the cash at the moment. It's very, very tough.
You mentioned trouble with numbers. Do you have any Excel spreadsheets or anything more advanced?
Oh, and
Lurking anywhere in the back?
she goes behind, somewhat excited by this prospect, and brings out some very thick books, sort of like kids' workbooks. That when she opens up to the front, and it's not between the lines. It's a complete mess of trying to make these numbers add up and tot up the totals for the day. You mean like this?
Could I borrow these temporarily to find out whether your business is financially viable?
Well, I barely have a use for them, so sure.
I love it. strange people walk into your shop, buy some coffee beans, and you just give them your account.
You're the first people from outside the town that she's seen in like years.
Don't worry, if you're avoiding tax, I shall not report you to the authorities.
Oh, well, if you're not to pay tax, you have to make money, and not much of that around here, I'm afraid to say.
Maybe there's some cuts that can be made, trees that can be blown up, that sort of thing. I'll have
Tree-
a look.
She somewhat pretends that she doesn't hear that and sort of looks wistfully over at Tom, John, and Ron playing outside.
May I ask you a question, Gloria?
Oh, sure.
Focus groups suggest, against what some people might say, that Christmas is very popular.
Oh, it's the meaning of it all. It's the best time of year.
I find, and Paravision finds it an excellent money-making
Paravision?
situation. That's who I work for.
Of course, we both work for Paravision. Of course, no reason you should have heard of them at all. All you need to know is that we have the money that this town needs.
Well, I was just wondering where all the Christmas tat is that people have purchased, wasting their money on the pointless
Where is that garbage?
festival, thus signifying your willingness to spend.
I'm wondering if I should make you roll for this, but I don't know which category it would fall into. No, sure. Let's just let that one ride. Well, it's sad. You see, there's the old couple in the town, Chris and Betty.
Chris and Betty.
Oh, you have? Well,
Yes.
they probably went on their morning walk. They set off at 7 and they get home at about 3. It's a half-mile circuit. And, well, earlier this year, Betty got sick, and the town, the only thing that we really had together was the Christmas decorations that we use on the tree every year. And so we had to sell the Christmas decorations to pay for her treatment, which worked, but... Well, the town looks a little drab.
Are you poor? And he just looks sort of vaguely sort of shocked and slightly like horrified at this prospect.
Well, poor in terms of money, yes, but in terms of heart, looks out at her 3 boys. No, I've got everything I need. Well, almost everything.
Take another swig of that vape. Make you feel much better.
The vape, that's what she was missing. We cracked it.
Are you attempting to do this in a charitable manner by chance?
Let's get that Christmas spirit all up in your lungs.
So in an attempt to be charitable and get the Christmas cheer going, give me a Christmas cheer roll.
Yes.
1!
Yes.
So I think at this point, Norby, there's something in you that you know hears the meaning of Christmas and seeing it in the family in front of you, and you do feel a little bit of cynicism in you ebbing away, and you move a point from cynicism to Christmas cheer.
We're 3-3 now.
Something's wrong. I don't understand.
Baubles coming out.
Tinsel just.
Peter, I feel great. I feel great.
Right,
Oh my god. Alright, okay.
Vacate the property.
Did you want the coffee?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. That'd be. Do you mind telling me how much it is?
Because you're bad at numbers.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Is $2.50 fine?
Carl Pintex is going to do some excellently, like, super fast mental maths just to be like...
It's like that meme.
He takes a lot of pride in, like, you know, how split-second fast and impressive can he, like, add all these numbers up. I don't think it crosses his mind to lie about them.
Okay, good.
Very important. It's like, I think that will be $2.63.
Oh, I was pretty close. Well, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, right, yes, so you take American Express.
Don't suppose you'd have any cash on you, would you?
Cash?
Keep cash alive.
It's the 90s. It can be the 90s or not. And we're in America.
I just want to keep cash alive. I just want to put that out there.
Yes, I have. Right, one second. No, I go through various like pockets and backpacks. packs and zips on this briefcase and things and gets together some coins, right? Yes.
Oh, thank you kindly. Well, don't let me be keeping you. I enjoy the town, as such as it is.
If you ever figure out what it is that you're missing from your life other than vapes and you want to purchase it from us, just let us know.
Well, thank you. At that point, boys, come on in. And then at this point, we'll cut over to Kayla. And what do you do?
I would like to find the tree and sort of work out the best angle to watch it, sort of see if it could be like burning from the top down or from the bottom up or just one big explosion and just sort of running through different shots in my head.
Okay, so you're walking up the road towards the tree, and you approach, and there's this clearly demarcated green for the town, and there's this enormous Nordic pine in the middle of it. It's got to be 100 years old, this thing. It's huge. And you go around, you're getting out the little viewfinder. I'm sure there's a proper name for it.
I don't know what it is. Lens viewfinder thing. You know, it's not
Peter
her
Jackson
doing
always
this.
has
She
one.
might as well be doing this, right?
Yeah, vertical, horizontal.
But obviously horizontal. She
Yeah.
would not be doing any vertical videos.
Not heathens.
Not from the 90s.
Yes, I need to make a note
Is
of
it
that.
all three?
No, not for a movie. For a movie?
And whilst you're doing this, you see coming from the other direction of the green, a man that you saw previously walking a bunch of huskies coming over towards you and be like, "Oh, hey over there, can I help you?"
No, I'm fine, thank you.
And he goes, "Well, you must be not from round here. We don't get that kind of spirit all that often."
I'm from Paravision, so I'm with the movie company. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, the movies, yes. I think I've seen some of your films. Did you make Die Hard?
I did. Die Hard 15, Live Faster, Die Younger. Because in this timeline, there's been loads of Die Hards, you see.
Sure, it's an alternative 90s.
Yeah, I didn't make
Brilliant.
the original one. That was someone else, but they brought me in for some of the sequels. So.
And what you can see is he's having this conversation. He's clearly happy that he's met someone that knows about movies. And this man is egregiously handsome.
I knew you were going to say that. The minute you said huskies, I was like, oh no, he's going to break my heart.
Handsome as the dogs as well.
I mean, the dogs look like they're from photo shoots
She's trying
for
not to
magazines.
look at the dogs.
And he's chiseled. He's got this incredibly well-defined jawline. He's wearing a red flannel shirt.
Just seeing what you've called him, because he's the one who owns the bar, isn't he? So I know what his first name is.
Do you?
I've worked it. Thank you.
He's going, "Well, we don't get many of the movie taps around here. What are you doing in Nageville?"
Oh, we're going to be making a Christmas film here. So.
No kidding, you're making a Christmas film.
Unfortunately so, yes. Not my usual type of movie, you understand.
Well, can people in the town be part of it?
I mean...
Do you need a stunt double? Because I've been told, and you look, he's jacked. This guy is stacked. You can see it through the loose flannel shirt.
She sort of takes her sunglasses and just sort of shakes her hair about. And goes, I'm sure we could find something for you to do.
Well, you trying to be Christmassy about this?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, sorry, your name, I didn't catch it.
Oh, I'm Henry.
Henry, lovely to meet you. Henry
Cavill.
Cavill, okay. Cavill, interesting. And who are these guys? And she'll go down and start petting the dog.
Oh, well, this is Cal and Elle and Joel.
Cal and Elle and
Joel.
Joel.
Joel, J-O-R.
Okay. Cal, Elle, Joel.
Ali does, and that's the important thing.
Oh, I feel stupid. Okay. It's the 90s. So, well, you're Henry from Henry's Bar, right?
I certainly am, yes.
Great. When are you opening up?
Oh, well, we open at 5. I've got to take care of the dogs. You see, I look after huskies that have been abandoned. And, there are several walks every day that I need to do. So it keeps me in pretty good shape. But it means I can't open the bar till 5.
It does. Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, me and my friends from the company, the movie company we're part of, big deal, big movie company. We kind of need somewhere to hang out today. So maybe we could come have a drink with you.
Oh, well, I've got another bunch of dogs to walk, but you could join me if you'd like.
I mean, I do need to go around the town and set up some different shots. So for the filming, you see. Also, question: this big tree.
Yes.
How quick? I mean, you look strong. Do you think you could knock it down quickly, or?
Oh well, I wouldn't want to do that.
Fine.
It's the tradition of the town. This is the Christmas tree. We decorate it every year.
You haven't done a particularly good job this time.
No, well, the thing, and then Henry tells you the same story about what happened with little Betty.
She doesn't listen. She just does his chest probably for the most of it. I think.
The cleavage of the male chest.
Oh fuck. Yeah, she's like, yeah. Oh wow.
There's little icicles that have formed. It's bitingly cold out here.
Wow, that's a fascinating story, Henry. So you don't know who I am?
Should I?
No. My name is Stephanie.
Stephanie. Well.
Yep, that's my name. Yep, Stephanie Fagerson.
Fakerson. Stephanie Fakerson, would you like to? I'm a blank slate. So why don't you come on a walk with me?
I would love that. And just, is there a Mrs. Cavill, whatever you said your last name was?
No, you don't get to meet many people around here, so you're the first person outside of the town I've met in quite a while.
Great, fantastic.
You continue this sort of conversation as you disappear off into the woods.
Cavill in front of me, you fuck.
I don't know what you mean.
Do we see any of this?
This is happening on the other end of the street.
So we do.
So you can sort of see that she's talking to someone.
There's this Jack dude with loads of dogs.
Yeah.
She's all right.
Do I have the coffee? Wait, what happened with the coffee?
You've got the coffee beans and a grinder.
All right.
Let's go. Ms. Anderson. I've got your coffee. All the raw constituents thereof.
Sorry, did you say Anderson? My name is Stephanie Fakerson, quite obviously. So, thank you. This is Henry from Henry's Bar.
Oh, Henry from Henry's Bar.
The one. Yes. These are dogs, huskies. They have names.
This is Cal, Elle, and Joel.
Okay.
These are people who also work for the movie company. I would introduce them, but I will let them do it themselves, because that would be kinder of me.
Hello, I'm Mr. Pintix. I'm the for
I'm not going to go down this line again.
No, Stensler. What the hell of a grip you got there, pal? Ow.
He's crushing your hand.
That's more country values. I love it.
We're just waiting around until we get the contracts signed, I think.
Speaking of which, my fine friend, you look like a helpful type. We've been told that the town is willing to enter into contractual negotiations with our organization, and we would like to know where such contracts might or might not be found.
Well, any dealings with the town would have to be done with the town council. I mean, we can call that 7 o'clock tonight if you like at the bar. We can all do it together. It's a community, you see. It's not one above anyone else. We're all in this together, equally.
Once we know that we are where we'll start.
But Chris is in charge and will be doing the signing, right?
Well, he's sort of a figurehead, yes, if we can get him down there in time.
Oh. Well, he should leave now because he's quite slow.
That is a good
Can
point.
he start now?
How will we get him there 4/7?
Oh, well. I'm sure we could swing by and we can talk to him now.
Up or something.
I could just pick him up like that.
Taxi, we could
No, ma'am. There's no taxis around here.
Then how did we get dropped off?
Oh, yeah!
But it was a taxi that left the town. But they're like, this is why they left you in such a hurry. Like, drop you off. I mean, there's no chance of another fare here. You've got to get back to where there are people. Well, we can go and swing by Chris and Betty if they're back home by now.
I'm just going to go check out the other businesses in the meantime and just see if there's any, again, opportunities.
I'll tell you what, Henry. You couldn't tell me where I might find any of the others of this council that you speak of.
Well, there's only 73 people in this town, and I doubt you meet all of them. There's me, there's Gloria, there's Chris and Betty. There's Ron the woodworker. He's probably in the middle of something at the moment.
One of the kids.
And There are 2 Rons in this town. Endlessly confusing. One of them is a 40-year-old man with a big moustache. The other one is 4, wearing a tiny flannel shirt. And then, the only other person I suppose would be there tonight would be Ellie. She's the artist down in the gallery.
Furious note taking.
Community you have here.
Oh, very lucky. Community's everything, you know? Especially when you're out here and there's not much to go around. When nothing's all you got, it's a lot to go around.
I suppose you share a lot of the stuff you have.
We're all about sharing, yes. Sharing is caring. You can't afford to be, one above everyone else. Otherwise you end up like that jerk. No, sorry, I shouldn't say that. You're going to end up like that jerk over the Mega Mall.
The Mega Mall.
Jerk? What?
You heard any of this?
In my head, just images of Henry Cavill going around my head right now, so I'm very distracted.
The Mega, you might have passed it on the freeway. The Mega Mall, it was built a couple of years ago. It was about sorry business. It was built on some land that used to be in the town, and tell you the truth, I knew the guy that built it. It was Edwin Groose Jr.
Groose is in the bird.
No, that's the grouse.
The famous grouse. The famous grouse.
The grouse is loose. Loose. I was tempted for the viewers at home to make this all Canadian, but I realised that I could not do that. I knew the person that made the molly.
Oh, Groose. I got it.
There's a grouse.
Mega Mall, Edwin Groose, you said.
When you say it's a sorry business, do you mean an unsuccessful business?
Well, from the perspective of money, no, he seems to be rolling in green. But from a perspective of family, it was a disaster. His parents, Edwin Groose Sr., when they became senile, he sent him off to the cheapest residential home he could find and sold the farm to his subsidiary company and then built a mall where the family home used to be.
Very sensible. Oh, this sounds excellent. Right.
Yeah, sound like you've got a bit of a history with this Groose.
Sounds like it could be a movie.
But there's a Groose loose.
Horror.
A tale of 2 groups. Focus groups.
Focus Groose.
Focus groups.
Focus.
Bang!
What is happening right
See
now?
what happens, Groose? You see what happens if you don't focus?
Why did I get shot? What's going on?
My pen's gone though, and I plugged it.
It's gone now. It's gone now. That's it. No notes for you.
A future reset.
My notes.
Well, let's avoid doing something that needs note taking, shall we? So you've got a choice here. You can join Henry and Stephanie on their walk, or you can go and have a look and talk to some of the other people in the town if you so wish.
Why don't I try the woodworking and you try the art gallery?
I'm fascinated by this Groose character.
Want to go to the Mega Mall? What now?
Is it far?
The mega. Sorry. It's a couple of miles from here. You'd have to go through the woods. Don't know if you'd make it in time before you got for 7. It might be a bit of a stretch.
You're gonna stretch? What? No.
Okay, I'm just gonna make a note. Gonna make a little note here.
Emily completely.
Subject is drooling.
I'm going to embarrass myself.
All right. I'll take this artist then. What did you say her name was? Ellie?
Ellie, the artist, yes.
That's Ellie is in Eli, or Ellie is in...
E-double-L-I-E.
Very good.
And you're very sure the person who runs the woodworking shop is not a child in any way?
Not a child, no, but, doesn't like to be disturbed during the day.
Ooh. All right, I'll just peer and see if I can see any spreadsheets.
You do that, Pinkerton. We'll see you soon.
Okay, so we split the party again, and
Split the party.
Stephanie, fake name, and Henry go off on their walk. Fakerson go off on their walk.
I did say Fagerson, but Fakerson is fine.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was deliberately fake.
No, it can be Fakerson.
Fakerson. And let's go with Carl. So
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, Carl, you sort of, over the slurry, you go back down the street onto the high street, and it's clearly a woodworking shop. And there's a sign on the front that's been flipped, sort of instead of saying, "Oh, well, come on in, we're open." It's instead of saying "closed," it just says "go away." And you can peek through the windows, and there's a man in another plaid shirt with a jumper on, and he's sawing on a woodworking table, sort of hacking away at something, and looks up. There's a big thick moustache on this guy. Looks at you and goes straight back to sawing. Completely ignores this small accountant waving through a window.
Waving.
His moustache bristles at the sudden outburst of song.
Can I try the door?
He has locked the door.
Rattle, rattle, rattle. Rattle, rattle.
Read the sign.
I'm from out of town.
Do they speak English out of the town?
We invented it.
Amazing. He looks at you, and he looks at you, if this is at all possible, as Americanly as possible. And goes back to sawing. So, well, yeah, give him your most American. Yeah, there you go. Stares in lack of socialism. So we'll go over to Norb. So you wanted to have a look at the art gallery.
Yeah, I'll just. So what do I see?
So you go in. The door's open here. There's a sign that says "Come on in." The door's open.
Well, in I come.
And what you see are rows and rows of snow globes. Artisanally produced snow globes with little scenes inside.
Kind of creepy.
They're the happy scenes. They're scenes of Christmas. And a lot of them have this giant Christmas tree that's been decorated and people all around it. And
do these snow globes tell a story?
what, like the decline and fall of Western civilization?
I'll take anything.
No, they're all uniformly happy. And Ellie is sat. This is small, a girl with a very round face and brown hair who's sat behind a desk, and sort of. Oh, do you like the snow globes?
I think at this point Norb just takes a little. There's a little hesitation there.
Can I help you?
God damn it, Norb, not now. Hi. God damn it.
Give me a roll for Christmas cheer.
I can't help it.
Rolling. It's great.
It's a 4.
Okay, so yes. No, you started on 2. Yes, so you failed the Christmas cheer.
I'm on 3 now.
Yeah, so we'll keep the stats as they are.
So I failed this cheer. So
You just failed.
you failed Christmas cheer, so you weren't successfully cheery or gleeful.
Oh, I see.
So instead of being welcoming in a nice way, I guess you were like, "Hey,
You there?
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Everything all right?"
Oh, it's you must use a lot of glass. A lot of glass.
Yes, it's one of the primary ingredients in a snow globe.
I'm sure it is.
You wouldn't believe the amount of snow I get through.
Oh, sure, you use real snow for these things. God damn it, why? I'm just gonna maybe stop on one of the vape. All right, okay.
Okay, can I interest you in a snow globe?
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, hey, I'm normally the one doing the selling. Well, you're pretty, yeah. You're pretty good. You're pretty good at doing it as well. So, miss, it is, anyway, so, so I'm from Paravision. It's a big company, and you're really interested in this town, really interested.
Oh, but what does Paravision do?
Well, we produce and manufacture fine cinematic items. I mean, so for example, this he holds up a bit. Just not forget that. It's all right. You know, we have a lot of stuff. We get a lot of things, and I'm part of that. Now, Miss, you're part of the council. Is that right?
Yeah, the town council, yes.
Well, that's just Jim Dandy, because between you and me, and it gets a little bit closer, I'm looking for a friendly face on that there council, because I just want to do this town a good turn, and it's sometimes, no offense to yourselves, but when out-of-towners come around, people can be a little funny. They think, we're not here on our best intentions, but of course we just want to help. So I want to know if maybe, you and I, I could count on you.
You're coming to the council with a plan to help the town?
Oh, absolutely. I came to this town, I fell in love with it immediately. Yeah, that's what I did. So I just want your help. Maybe we could help each other.
We'll take a moment there, because what I want to do is advance the time forwards to 7 o'clock. So we'll pick up a little bit later, and we're in Henry's bar. And this is got just a little bit past 7. Chris and Betty haven't quite arrived yet. They're still halfway down the street. And the camera pans over to Henry is serving a coffee to Stephanie. Still presumably calling you Stephanie?
Yep. Yeah, she has not told the truth yet.
Stephanie, there you go.
Thank you.
One of those. In the other corner, we have Carl and Gloria, who are going over the books and sort of pointing out, this is where you add them up. This is what the total is, and this is less than this number, which is bad. And Norb and Ellie. What do you see Norb and Ellie doing?
I'm talking about art. I'm a very artistic man myself.
What's Norb's favourite genre of art?
I like the paintings of Basquiat.
Basquiat.
I feel like he's pulled the name out of. He knows that Basquiat was an artist.
Infinite Monkeys and Infinite Typewriters, surely.
Basquiat, love their work, and
And actually, normally, Carl, you would charge for this. Just point out, you're an accountant, you do this for money. So I am actually going to make you move a point from cynicism to Christmas cheer.
At the start, Carl was definitely I want to see if there's untapped potential, and with the right kind of thing, actually, it could be a big money maker, and I could get in there. But then now, I am just teaching her how to. Yeah.
And so we have this general scene playing out in front of us. The last few sort of people who you would expect to turn up do so. Ron, the adult, not the child Ron, sort of comes in. Moves. Oh boy, a town meeting. My name's Alex. There's not even a deep cut. He's never even appeared. Ron comes in. The adult Ron comes in after the child Ron. A bit past his bedtime, but whatever.
There are children here. Oh dear. No.
And the whole bar goes a little bit quiet as everyone looks over at Ron, and everyone kind of comes back to their drinks, and it's fine. But a moment has passed in which an alpha predator has entered into the room. It's the weight of this moustache.
Ron, remember me.
He looks at you Americanly.
Ron.
Goes back and walks straight over to the bar and orders a Miller Lite. Because Americans don't know good beer. And speaking of American systems not working, Betty and Chris make their way into the bar, and they're both clearly very frail, and they're helped over. Henry goes over and offers an arm to Betty and supports them over to the seats in front. You're all right, babe. Okay.
It's Stephanie. I'm
sorry,
acting.
Stephanie. You're okay. Yes, subject is acting. And Chris sort of takes the weight off and is like, "Oh, well, I've heard on the grapevine, this is my voice, that you've got a proposition for the town, and you wanted to help us out. And let me hear it then."
Let me just get the contract down again. This form and this paper.
Ignore them. Let me explain the vision to you, Chris. So, quaint little village, beautiful tree in the center of town, and then it's visited by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Sir Dwayne, he's been knighted by the Queen, who is dead. And then, suddenly...
It's like the scene in 2001. He's reeling from this information.
And then you hear a voice in the background, she's dead!
RSVP Queen Elizabeth.
Unfortunately, he's obviously being chased by socialists. So, and
Man's
then
biggest enemy.
the biggest enemy of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, socialism. And they burn down the tree, homes explode. Obviously, we'll rebuild everything afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, yes. The company will make sure you're properly enumerated for the various losses. Yes.
Stephanie, Carl, let me pick up the story. Now that is the vision. Let me tell you about your story. A little town called Neigeville.
Neigeville, yeah.
Neigeville. The story of your town starts way back when the first pioneers came here. You always thought it would be small, a little place where people could call their home. Now, think about this. Some big money types come to your town first. You're rightly skeptical. What do these people want? What do they want with our place, our way of life? You give them a chance. That's all they're asking for. A chance to help change your lives and the lives of everyone you know and you love.
Both of you give me cynicism
Can
rolls.
I tell the third bit of the story?
Let's see how we go. So you've succeeded. So you have succeeded as well. Okay.
The third bit of the story is there's some columns, and in the first column there's the incoming.
We shouldn't have let him tell any of the story, really. It was bad enough for me to let this person tell any of it.
Tell the story.
Yeah, I'm the director of the movie.
Right.
Gloria's looking up in sort of slight wonderment about hoping to learn something.
Right, and I've had an idea. It came to me today. What if there was another character, a bar owner, where Dwayne might go to the bar and, I don't know, they might have to lift some things and maybe, and she just sort of trails off Henry.
At this point, Norb leans over and with genuine concern and says, Stephanie, I'm not sure there's going to be enough room on the camera lens.
Thank you for calling me Stephanie, by the way, because you don't know
He's on
that's my
board. He's a
name.
professional.
I'm sure I picked it up
Well,
in
you
the
did,
bar. Yeah. I was just not sure you're going to fit both of those people in frame.
Oh God, I'll get a bigger lens.
We're going to need a bigger lens.
That's how lenses work.
Chris is kind of just blown backwards in his seat by this.
Basically, what I'm saying is there might be some space for people of your town to be in a blockbuster hit.
A smash hit! A wonderment!
Well, we should make a convincing case. I dare say the town could do with being up on its luck for once.
Right. He does that. Caleb just kind of.
That kind of asthmatic.
Sorry, I've got terrible asthma. It's from the kids. I've still got all these things in my system after all the years working as that mall Santa.
You just hear going off and she just grabs her glass and just crushes the coffee cup slightly.
So give me a cynicism roll to see if you hide it.
5, I do not.
Oh, what's wrong? Was it Kayla?
Stephanie Fakerson.
Henry, it's Chris is called Stephanie.
And I just sorry. I need some fresh air. I'm just gonna charge out the door and go outside, and then just rip a bit of a branch off a tree or something.
Oh my God.
You want to be careful. She destroyed a Christmas grotto once. They called her the Grinch in the paper for weeks after that.
Oh, goodness me. Well,
why is she allowed to make a Christmas film, some might say?
I'm not sure this is the kind of person we want to be. Social.
Just wait a second, Chris. I know what you're thinking, right? But let me tell you, people in this town, they're into the idea. Let me just
Which one are you? Who are you motioning to?
Oh, I can't. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna wheel over Ellie, and I'll just keep going. Gloria, you were loving the idea, weren't you? What's wrong with you, Norm? You were loving the idea.
Well, yes. She sort of stands up, kind of holding her fingers awkwardly. Doesn't really do a lot of public speaking. Knows everyone in this room very well. We all know the town could do with a little bit of cash after what happened with Betty. And Betty looks very, very sad at what's happened. And Chris kind of puts an arm around her. So like, no.
I'm just gonna lean into Ellie. What happened with that old woman?
Oh, well, she had a problem with her kidneys, and they had to have a transplant, and they're not cheap, so we had to sell everything we could. We sold all the decorations for the Christmas tree to the. There's a moment's like kind of shame to the mall.
Oh God! I'm gonna destroy another mall. I'm gonna do it.
Oh my God!
The mall destroyer.
More danger. No. Mall Destroyer 2.
Who mourns for mall?
Mall Destroyer 2. We're having a mall. No.
Oh, this is like my funny bone. Like my literal humerus is being hit right now by these movie titles.
More danger. That's the one.
So you see. Yes, sorry, Gloria was saying we could do it.
Back for mall. That's what it is. Sorry, I had to get there. We got there eventually. Thank you. I can't stand up because I'm attached to the microphone. Back for mall.
At this point, I think Henry would step in and be like, "Yeah, after the hang on, I've got to get his name up. No, not your name. Sorry,
Edwin Groose.
After what happened with Groose. Stealing for pennies on the dime all of our Christmas decorations. We need some help. And this is obviously having some kind of impact on Chris. And he's sort of umming it over and sort of running over his legs. And you notice actually that his femurs don't look quite right. They look a little bit like curved. They're not straight. And he's sort of mulling it over. He goes, well, to tell you the truth. So. What?
Charlie's worked out. I
I've not worked it out. It's just horrific.
To tell you the truth, we do need some help.
Curved inwards. Concave.
No, downwards.
Concave legs. Like a
Only
little,
slightly.
Like there's a little groove.
What?
So, he's.
You keep going.
We need some help, and frankly, without the Christmas decorations for the tree, this town will perish on the vine.
Guys.
Sorry?
Oh shit!
Yeah, okay, we got it.
This town will perish on the vine, and I don't think we'll survive a Christmas without the decorations on the tree. And we need the money in order to get those back. So I think we could let you film your movie here. Are there any conditions on...
Kayla's come back in.
Oh, Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's going to be like...
Stephanie.
Chris, you've got it wrong twice now. You're feeling all right. Like, no, you know me. I don't forget things. Kayla, we met earlier.
Yep. She just stares at Henry like, oh no.
Henry's sort of just going to look at you and...
Oh no, I hate it so much. I hate it.
He's just going to quietly go back behind the bar and pick up a rag and start cleaning glasses.
While this is happening, I just want to lean it. So, Ellie, have you ever thought of... I mean, there's a lot of changes when a movie set comes. We're going to be making the movie here now, and you ever think maybe, you're tired of it? There's a lot of space, a lot of studio space in the big city. You ever
Oh,
thought about that?
I don't know. My home's here. I suppose I can't describe it to someone from the city, but there's something about the community. It's just not home if it's not here.
So you wouldn't consider. You wouldn't.
Give me a roll for Chris for putting yourself on the line. I'm making you do loads of rolling. Give me a festive cheer roll.
Come on.
That's cocked.
Yeah, it's cocked. I'll give you that.
3. That's
are,
that's
right?
I've got 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're successfully vulnerable. And she's, well, I suppose if I met the right person, I maybe could leave.
His hearts are 3 sizes bigger.
That is definitely a point from cynicism into festive cheer. Someone's
You're
discovering
more
their
festive
heart.
cheery now.
I'm getting pretty teary.
Okay,
This is worrying.
so Chris is then saying, I don't know what happened there. So, if the film is to be made here, what do we need to do, and what can we expect?
Well,
We will give you large amounts of money. It's all detailed in the contract. There will be
So it gets half moon glasses out.
hordes
So.
of people coming in. We'll be setting up all sorts of things, lots of
take over the green.
trampling, blow up a tree, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
We're looking at, it's a reimagining of your town's image. It's a makeover, if you like. A festive makeover.
You know the wrestler, The Rock. He'll be here.
The what?
The Rock. He does like the people. The wrestler.
Someone who wrestles.
Right. Professional wrestler.
doesn't sound very cheery.
WWF, I believe, currently.
Because they hadn't had the lawsuit.
Correct. My wrestling knowledge is coming out today. Steve Austin was another one.
Yes, he will take you home soon.
Hogan. John Cena.
Okay, so he's mulling this over. So you need to take over the green, and
Yeah, and just keep it clear, and take the tree down, and that should be everything, really.
I think at this point, Ron.
Which one?
Adult Ron.
Not adult.
Adult Ron.
Shit.
Stands up.
So scared. Oh no, everything's going wrong for Caleb. Okay. Oh no.
His moustache, it communicates extreme control at the moment. Nobody takes down the tree, dear.
My name's Stephanie.
And I think at that point, Henry's gonna slam the tower down. Like, no, it's not.
What? No. Hi. Oh, hi, Henry.
Looks away.
I'm sorry. Oh God.
He starts cleaning that little coat gun thing that all bars out.
Oh yeah, that does need cleaning. People don't clean that enough.
That's free on the RPGeeks. You're saying that in order to get this money, we're gonna have to chop down the tree.
Or blow it up. We're quite flexible.
I mean, ideally, that would be great for the shot. It would look very realistic. I could get a few angles on it. But I mean, listen, Carl.
Hello, Mr. Pintix, AOE for Paravision. Hello.
As we know, there is not a fee for my time on this movie, right? And it's a surefire success because my name is attached to it. And she looks over at Henry again.
You haven't been sticking to the structural formulas provided by the focus group, so I personally am a bit nervous at the amount of risk you seem to be taking with your creative input on this project.
Not one of my movies has ever failed. Why have I gone into this accent, which was not where we started? Okay, hang on. She's from America. Kayla Anderson. Right, and so basically, surely we can get some CGI to move the tree. We can take it out of the shots, right? With the fee that would normally go to me. we could
That's
do
already
that.
been incorporated into the budget. As you can see in the contract here, our filming in this location does depend on the removal of that one very large tree. It's completely in the way. It will not be of use as a location with that tree in place.
Dan was very, very clear on that. He wants that tree in
I
smithereens.
couldn't give a shit what Dan wants.
God damn it. Just...
I think I'm going to make you move a point to Christmas cheer, you know. Selfishly standing up for...
Okay, just think about, everything has a lifespan. Sometimes things need to move on. Things need to change. And
Chris is going to stop. You know how like old people have like a certain authority? And like with a slight movement, everybody knows that they need to stop talking. Chris is going to make that slight gesture and be like, well, that tree was only 100 years old. In fact, it's its 100th birthday this year. It was planted by my grandfather, so I know about its lifespan. It's got a few hundred years left in it. Hope I could say the same. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but I know it's a Christmas tree and all that, but you are all aware that Christmas is a cheap marketing gimmick designed to manipulate you into making purchases, right? It's not.
Roll cynicism for me, please. And Gloria is going to cover Tiny Ron's.
No, failure.
So you fail to be cynical. So you're saying this. It's a cynical ploy. Sorry, it's what you sound like, apparently. It's a cynical... You're pawns. You're buying... And he just sort of trails off. And you sense that there is like a heart in this room. There's a community that is unassailable to your accounting arguments.
No, goddammit, she's right. Christmas is nothing. It's just a dead time with deadbeats and they're never any good at coming Christmas. Never.
They're always dressed up as Santa. And then Kayla just starts crying in the corner.
Ellie, it sort of looks at you absolutely aghast, and she's brought a snow globe with her, and sort of looks at it and really, sets it to one side on the table.
Can't you see it's a lie, goddammit? There's a lot shaking in her face.
You give me a cynicism roll too. Let's see how successful this is.
5.
So you come up with this argument that you're pawns in the face of global capitalism, but to no avail. No one, this is making an impact on the room. I'm trying to rekindle some sense of childish joy about Christmas. It's like a magic 8-ball, but the only forecast is snow.
And cheer.
Yeah. So the room is not moved by this. There is a sense of heart in this room that your cynical outside arguments have barely scratched the surface of. And there's a palpable sense of anger from Big Ron. His moustache is trembling. You've never actually seen his upper lip. It's such a big moustache.
Took me too long to work out who he was.
And Ron says, This all started when we had to give those decorations to that damn fool Groose. I say we take him back. Who's with me? And Henry stands around from behind the bar. He's like, I'm with you, Ron. Let's go and take our towns right back. And there's a slightly awkward thing. Chris goes, well, I'm too old to go with you. Those children have robbed me of my legs, but I'm with you in spirit. Yeah, only for the obesity crisis in the 90s. If only Supersize Me came out a little earlier. And Gloria stands up and goes, if someone can watch my boys, I'll be with you. And Ellie, as well, looks at the snow globe, shakes it, sets it down. I'm in too. And this party will get up and leave the bar. What do you do?
Oh, God. I lied to him. I didn't want him to know that I was that Kayla Anderson.
I've got the clippings.
You don't need to get the clippings!
Okay. This is a disaster.
I mean,
Mr. Buxton is going to be very unhappy.
if we can get them on side, if we help them, maybe.
Maybe they'll get the decorations and then immediately blow up the tree that they're going to. It doesn't seem likely, does it? They're very. I think they've been completely suckered in by the foolishness of the Christmas season. I think they believe it actually means something.
You can't trust anyone at Christmas. They'll just do what everyone else does. They'll betray you, they'll leave you.
Lie and cheat.
That's all people do.
Everybody give me a Christmas cheer roll. I want to see how convincing you are to yourselves.
2.
3.
You succeed.
2.
So you're all successfully
Still got a
putting down that, you're pushing that Christmas spirit down.
I say we got it done, didn't we? They're going to do the movie.
Are they?
That's what I took from that conversation.
I don't think they are.
Not without the tree.
Who's looking after
I mean,
boys?
surely we can sort the tree out.
You look over and Chris and Betty are there with the children running around them.
Oh, okay.
Looks
Anyone
very
notice
happy.
his legs?
I just didn't want the children to be unsupervised. I don't care about children. I just didn't want them causing problems. Children can cause problems if you don't supervise. The financial problems. I'm going to read my Financial Times now. Oh,
Carl.
yes.
Give me a cynicism roll.
5.
So you failed to be cynical. This is, I think you realise that actually there is a part of you that has seen these kids and grown kind of fond of the idea of a family. So can you move a point from cynicism to Christmas cheer, please?
I had a thought. If this mall has all the decorations, maybe we should go see what they look like. Maybe that's the location.
We demolished
For
the mall.
Christmas Mall 3. This time, it's a bigger tree.
It's not got the word mall in the second part though, does it?
Christmas Mall 2.
What are the other malls?
Christmas Mall 3. Mall Baubles Mall Tree. I don't normally come up with the titles, so...
This is your job, not
Wait, so what you're saying is there could be an alternative location if we demolish the entire mall. That way Gloria and the other townsfolk will be happy because the mall will be gone and also we'll have a location.
What could be better than blowing up an entire mall
It would
full
look-
of Christmas decorations? Imagine the drone shot.
I haven't done a focus group on that.
Come on. Not everything needs a focus group, Carl. You've got me. You've got Christmas. You've got an explosion with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson flying away in a helicopter.
My instincts are screaming out to me that this is a good film.
While the Queen is on the phone to him right before she
I
dies.
haven't got the data. I haven't got the data, Kayla. I haven't got the data.
You don't need the data, Carl!
Oh, I'm trusting my heart, Kayla. My heart says
To the mall!
You can see the final shot, isn't it? It's
Your Majesty.
She goes,
Cut to Linkin Park.
sir.
Someone goes, she's dead. She's dead. She's died.
Oh my god. Is this treason? Are we in trouble? So what is your plan here? What are you planning on
We're
doing?
going to the mall to see if that is a better Christmas location. So we're kind of following them.
Yeah, we're kind of following them
But
for
then
our
it just-
own
Selfish reasons.
Definitely not because we want to help them out and make them like us.
well, that's
So there's a problem where we want to help them out and make them like us.
I guess we gotta still gotta get on side, haven't we? We haven't done our job,
Right, exactly.
so we gotta.
They haven't signed the paper
Mr.
yet.
Buckton will not be happy.
And we better go with him.
Right, so you follow. It's very obvious. There's this set of woods that you were told that the mall's on the other side, and you can see like with a the woods.
Only one says.
Suddenly wolves. Roll initiative. See how it feels.
They kill you. You're dead. I had a dream this game.
Oh yeah. So you know how like with sports stadiums you can see the light pollution. You can see there's like a big column of white light. You can see there is a mall. Now it's dark. You can see that over a rise and through some woods there is a huge, massive thing which you take to be the mall. And you can see there's a path that goes up through the woods. no wolves. Honest. So you can go through the woods.
Just do less.
You can go through the woods. Okay. And what you do is come up to a little knoll, if you like, in the woods where the trees stop and you can see over to this mall complex. And it's a 3-story mall. There's a chain link fence around the outside and there are security guards around the outside. As a seasonal promotional thing, all of the security guards are dressed as Santa Claus.
I might have to go back. I don't know if I can.
Is this because of the love interest dressed as Santa? Yeah, I read about that. The guy she was having an affair with was dressed as Father Christmas at the time that she caught him having a sub-affair with an elf. I don't think it was a
God
real
damn it,
elf.
Carl! Do you ever shut up?
You hear Henry ahead of you turn around and shush you.
Did you hear that?
Nope. So they're all waiting at this little knoll, looking out over the thing, and Henry's like, "We're waiting for Ron to give the signal."
What's the signal?
At that moment, clunk! All of the lights go off in the mall.
Get a camera out.
Yeah. So you brought a camera with you.
Little camcorder, 90s camcorder,
Okay.
like with the little flip thing.
And at this point, all of the villagers, townsfolk, it's a village, all of the villagers as one, like, okay, go. Get up from behind the knoll and pace it.
Kayla tries to run ahead of them so she can get a shot of coming down the hill.
It's like Saving Private Ryan.
Diving and being like, this could be it. This is my movie.
Okay, so you make it over to the chain link fence.
Yeah.
And the security guards are scattered. They're trying to work out why all the lights have gone out. So you start climbing. Now, are you going to be at the forefront of this? Are you hanging back?
Carl could not be at the forefront if he wanted to.
Okay.
Exactly.
The bleep test is not Carl's.
Norb is deeply torn. Like, this whole experience is really getting to Norb. Norb considers himself a very, direct, action-packed, like, I'm a doer. But this whole vibe is just, it's like lead shoes. And he's somewhere in the back, but he's not.
Well, do you want to give me a Christmas cheer roll to see if that cynical part of you overcomes you? Or does your character choose? Is this an internal struggle, or are you decided?
This is an internal struggle.
Okay, so give me a Christmas cheer roll.
2.
So you're successful. So you I feel like that the lead shoes are not necessarily lead. They're more like, insulation foam. So I was trying to think of the opposite of lead.
Foam.
Aerogel.
Aerogel, yes.
Nice. All right.
Kayla is at the front because she's the only way she is not freaking out and attacking more Santa Clauses is to go fully into director mode. So all she's thinking about is where do I need to be for the next shot, and she's realised that the other side of the fence is the correct answer. So she quickly runs ahead.
So you're over the fence. Yeah. You're shooting upwards, looking at these people climbing over.
Henry, from a good
and he's framed from behind by the moon. There's a shot
that.
where his bicep just completely obscures the Sea of Tranquility, and he's.
It's not even close to the camera. It's quite fast.
And from behind you, Kayla, you hear, "Oh, hey!" And you look up, and you've been filming backwards and walking backwards, and there's a Santa Claus right there. Hey, you! What are you doing? Come here!
How can you do this to me? I'm just gonna try and knock him out there with the head with the camera.
Oh no! Not the camera.
I don't know what you wanted from her.
So you hit Father Christmas in the face.
So with her hand, but hold the hand holding like a backhand with the camera.
You directly assault Father Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
I will make you move a point from Christmas cheer towards cynicism.
Valid.
But you do
But
feel
it's
like
evil, Santa.
you do feel like, hey, from his perspective, you're evil.
I think from a lot of people's perspective, I'm evil, but that's fine.
Are you saying that Santa is relative?
No, I feel like Santa is an absolute, but not this Santa. This is a security guard dressed as Father. He's an agent of capitalism. Wake up, people! This is a red message. This was a clue all along.
Oh God, I'm not wearing red.
She's a traitor. She'll be the first to go up against the wall. Actually, you do have the lipstick, to be fair.
Oh yeah, that's true. Come on.
There was a moment before we were filming this where you said, "Oh, where was the red gone?" And I thought you'd referred to a red cinema camera. Obviously, we do not have one of those. Looking at our setup today. Okay, so you clock this Santa Claus. He falls to the ground. He's knocked unconscious because you hit him in the temple where the bones are weaker. And
I'll turn around to Henry and be like, "Go."
Henry looks down at you and he's like, "Nice." And makes a break for it, and he shoulder barges into one of the small entrance doors. It's Henry Cavill. Obviously, it has not a chance in the world. He's in.
Does he even realise he's doing it? Or is he just not looking? He just
Like, oh, there was a door there. He's in on the other side, and all the villagers start pouring in, and within the mall, it's on emergency lighting, which, because of a seasonal promotion, is candy canes that are red and white striped.
Like my eyes.
Yes, like your eyes.
Can you see? I really like them.
Then Ron appears as if he teleported. Ron holding a pair of large bolt cutters.
Oh God.
Going, you decided to come with us then.
Yep.
Please get that thing out of my face.
You actually look surprisingly good on camera. The mustache, it's beautiful. The emotion it conveys. Have you ever thought about acting?
Stone-faced.
Like,
And walks off. And he points with the bolt cutters to the large Christmas tree in the foyer of the mall, and makes his way towards it. Henry follows, and you see Gloria and Ellie peel off to the side, where they're looking for a cart. They're looking for sort of like, I've never actually been to an American mall. I assume that in order to help you buy lots of things, they have well, they call them carts, don't they?
I've definitely seen in like films people pushing like trolleys with stuff in.
Sure. So they go and get two of these.
We know nothing about America. Shopping trolleys.
Hey, she had a medical procedure and had to pay a lot of money. We know that's true.
You know that they know a lot about the Queen.
Wait, what, the Queen?
Betty.
Oh, Betty.
Not the Queen.
Oh God, Betty, you're sure she's a.
They do it for old Betty, everyone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna trace Ellie. I'm just gonna keep her. Do you know, I can't. I just check. I just want to make sure she's safe.
Oh, you decided to come? And she's like trying to get a shopping cart out from
in my heart.
She's really struggling to get it. Realizes it's one of those things that you have to put a coin in, and she doesn't have any money. She's like,
Wait, I know just the person. Carl.
Yes, go.
Carl.
Kayla goes to film this pay and goes, nope. And then just...
Try have one of these. Oh God. Carl.
Is that panda?
That's a real panda, Carl.
famously athletic
I
animal.
can't tell you how long it took us to sign these ones off, but Carl, it was worth every goddamn penny. Money, Carl. Carl,
Yes.
I need money. We've been through a lot.
All right, where should I transfer it?
No,
I'll get it
Carl.
out of my accounts in seconds.
God damn it, Carl, it's the 90s. We can't go to a goddamn bank.
Oh, I don't have the internet on my satellite phone.
Why did we test it in the 90s?
I didn't, you did!
I said we!
Wow, that was my Brennan Lee Mulligan that just came out.
Cash monies. I think I have some left from when I bought. What did I buy? Coffee.
You were coffee, Carl. Please, I need a dollar.
She's struggling with this trolley over on the other side.
And like a Christmas miracle. a single coin out of my pocket. It glints in the light of the mall.
I reach for it in slow
I'm
motion.
just gazing at it like,
I go for it. Do I grab? Is it too slippery? I grab it. I got it. I can help. Don't leave me, Ollie. I'll run.
I think for such a miraculously charitable act for a marketing man, that is definitely a point in Chris. What are your stats at the moment?
Pretty bad. Pretty. Oh,
Is this 5 and 1?
oh, that's a lot. I'm on 4 and 2 at the moment.
So yeah, I think move a point over. You are feeling.
these are happy boys.
You're really in love with this whole Christmas thing at the moment. It works. You flick the coin over to Ellie. She catches it. Bam. Chuck it in. Pulls the cart out. Wheels it over, and she's like looks at you. And there's a moment of yeah.
It goes to one side.
Yeah, she goes, thanks, pushes it and just goes straight into a wall, and then sort of looks sheepishly and then runs down to the other end, where you find on the other side Gloria's done the same thing. Has been able to get a cart. She found sort of a coin that was tucked in from above where you paid earlier. And these 2 trolleys, you follow them to the Christmas tree at the end, and there Ron and Henry are pulling the Christmas lights off and the giant baubles and the candy canes, and they're stuffing them into these trolleys. Do you want to help, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna talk to Gloria unhelpfully while she's like doing it, but I'm not actually helping.
Just like the more efficient way to do it would be like this.
You're fine.
Front center packing algorithm would be.
I will just film.
Gloria, we're here to help and possibly blow up the mall. Thank you. Panda. Gloria, I'll blow up a mall for you and your children. Would you like that?
More romantic words have never been said on the RPGeeks.
For you.
To be fair, actually, probably not. They have not been said before. That is definitely a point into Christmas cheer.
Oh no.
For being so open. Your heart has grown 2 sizes.
It's a very big problem. It's
I'm gonna.
bad.
Okay, so I sit. So Norb sees Ellie tearing decorations off a Christmas tree on Christmas.
It was mid-December. It's December 12th.
Yeah, he's lost track of time.
Also, why are we going there to film a Christmas movie?
I never said it was a Christmas movie. You just decided it was a Christmas movie.
It was a Christmas movie.
Not going to pass this entire thing.
I thought that was the whole
It's just a movie.
I put that in my backstory that it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, you did. I didn't believe I said.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay, sorry.
It's just Nowheresville, America. The Rock's got to blow something up.
That's true.
In his first movie, The
But
Scorpion
Taylor
King.
Anderson is.
Actually, his acting debut, I think, was in Star Trek Voyager. I think he was someone can fact check me on this. I'm pretty sure that he did a minor acting credit in Star Trek.
I mean, he was a professional wrestler.
Yeah, that
So
doesn't.
that was quite a lot of acting, wasn't it?
That being a Christmas movie.
You just decided.
For its upcoming production, because it's all about Christmas.
We decided, and I wrote it into my backstory, that it was.
It's the 90s. It's for a Christmas movie. I'll write it in my notes.
He fought 7 of 9, I think.
I think he did.
Yeah, wrestling.
He thought 7 and 9 did what?
He fought. I can't speak.
7 of 9.
He fought.
It's a Star Trek thing. Ask him.
Oh, Star
Right. Okay. It's for a Christmas movie now. Right. Okay. So this is all happening, and you see out of nowhere 2 Father Christmases converge from the sides on Henry and on Ron.
Oh, hell no.
And somehow, miraculously, they're both on their backs, as in they have grabbed them from behind, and they are wrestling them back.
Straight. Who looks like they need more help?
Henry looks like he needs more help than Ron.
I'm going to Henry.
And how are you going to do this?
First of all, I'm just going to put the camera in the Santa's face and go, I'm filming this, so if you want to get done for police brutality, you should probably stop. Don't want to get done.
Someone's been a naughty boy.
Oh, that's weird. And that's triggering, I think. That's probably been a headline about, and just with the camera again, just slam into it.
What are your stats at the moment?
Cynicism for Christmas cheer too.
I think we're going to have to move another one into cynicism.
Keep going.
She's trying to save Henry.
You just punched another Santa Claus.
You're so cynical now.
trying to
We
save
are on the
him.
edge, guys.
I'm gonna punch Santa again.
I can't think of anything to do which isn't cheery. Like, it's...
I'm so gleeful.
Just keep punching Santas.
We're all gonna die.
So at that, Henry there's suddenly like a limp body on Henry's back. He pulls him off, this guy goes like 30 feet. He is just sent by this enormous volley of force.
I fall onto Henry.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, sorry.
And he catches you and goes, "Hey, don't worry about it." And
I'm sorry I lied to you.
we do crazy things for love.
I imagined Henry Cavill saying it. Oh, I can't do acting.
And he continues. You get the impression that the urgency of the task would mean that he'd use both hands for this, but he's holding you with one hand and pulling the decorations off with another
I think she
one.
realises her camera broke when she was hitting the Santa, and she sort of stops and goes, "What is my life?" and just sort of drops it, and then just starts pulling Christmas decorations down.
That is definitely moving a point back into Christmas cheer. Definitely.
Has anybody reached the star yet?
No one has reached the star.
Go for the star.
You're going to climb up the
Go
tree.
for the star.
Do you want help with that, or how do you want to do this?
Okay, so Norb has been watching the situation, right? And Norb feels like he's done a lot. Obviously, he's tried to help Ellie, and he feels a little bit like Ellie has left him again on Christmas. No. And it's just too much for Norb. It's not happening again. And he's going for it by himself.
And I think at that moment, so you've telegraphed your intent. You're looking up at the star. You're looking down. You're looking at a path through the trees. At this point, Ron, with one hand, just tears this guy off of his back, throws him down the length of the mall.
Fucking love Ron.
Crashes through like a glass window at the other end, sees you, looks up at the star, gives you an approving nod, and holds out his hands to give you a leg up.
Norb, what are you gonna do, Norb?
And do you accept?
I accept the leg up.
You run up and he pushes you up, and this is a leg up unlike the world has ever seen before. This is a vertical shot put from Ron. Launches you up into the air as you soar angelic towards this star on top of the Christmas tree. And do I want to make you roll for this? I mean, this is Christmas cheer.
Why am I rolling? Is the question. What's the thinking
Simon,
behind it?
Simon, no, he's not. It's not good, Simon.
I mean, it's my discretion whether I think it's worth.
What are his intentions, Simon?
I mean, your intentions here are to make things right?
Nope.
With Christmas.
Nope.
Oh, you're cynically stealing the star.
Norb's lost it. He's gonna tear that thing into pieces.
Oh no!
He's abandoned. He's mad. Norb's off the
Norb
rails.
doesn't have a lot of choice here.
Norb's-
The prospect of every day being Christmas is staring Norb straight in the
Also,
face.
Norb needs to adjust some stats.
Wizard would like to have a word with you. Yeah, okay, so what you're saying is cynically, you've identified the highest value target.
It may not be clear at the moment, Norb is trying to
Ron
make it
doesn't know,
seem
right?
like he is helping.
Okay, so cynically, the thing to do here would be to take the star and destroy it as a symbol of Christmas. This is your mastery over the holiday. Because if you fail to do that, then you get the star.
Well, I'm going to grab the star, but if you
The role is to
will
grab the
allow,
star, and
if
then
you will
we'll see what he
allow,
does with it.
Okay, so make a Christmas cheer roll to grab onto the star.
grab that star. 2, yes, I've got 5
Right, so you grab the star.
Nobody move!
Everybody pauses,
Holding on to Henry.
looks up.
Norb reaches into his pocket and pulls out the lighter. The gifted lighter he got given by Benson and Hedges and Camel and all of the bad ones. And he holds it.
All of them together.
He holds it underneath the star.
Ron's looking up going, "What are you doing, son?"
I'll do it. I'll do it unless you sign the goddamn contract. I've had it. All of this stuff you're doing, it doesn't mean anything. It's all lies. You all leave me in the end. Sign the goddamn contract.
Oh my God.
Carl will just slowly take the contract out of his briefcase.
So, good grief. So, now do you... Oh, Jesus, that's a really tough one, isn't it?
Welcome to DMing for the RPGeeks.
Yeah.
First off, can that count as ruining the magic?
Yeah. So yeah, would you move a point down into cynicism?
He's definitely got more.
Okay, yeah. So that is an incredibly cynical thing to do. So move a point into cynicism.
But there is a chance for me to redeem myself now.
Yes. So give me a roll for cynicism
To see if I can burn the star?
to see if you are convincing
Okay.
Yeah.
to yourself and to these people.
So I've got to get 2 or 1.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've convinced yourself this is what you want to do. You want to burn the star, burn this Christmas down.
I'm with this goddamn holiday.
And you've convinced the people there they don't want the star to burn. So, all right, son, we'll sign the contract. Put the star down.
Carl!
I'll have the contract here. This is for the best, Gloria, really. I'll explain about the manipulation techniques you've been fooled by.
We'll vouch for you.
later.
We'll get Chris to sign it when we get back. Just get out of here. It's not the time.
Oh, what? I don't... What?
I can't sign it. Chris is the patriarch.
Oh.
But we'll vouch for you. We'll say that we'll sign it. Let's just please go and don't destroy the star.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Success. Christmas miracle. Oh, this is nice, isn't
Norb.
it?
Put the lighter down.
No.
Norb. They're gonna sign the
We've
contract.
won, Norb. We've won.
Norb.
I hate Christmas so goddamn much.
What? No! I looked at the star.
Right, so move a point into cynicism. And this star, this is in the 90s, so this star, this is very flammable.
It's fucking so
Kayla immediately starts trying to put her camera back together again. She's like, shiny together.
The star immediately is coated with chemicals. This thing bursts into flames. You drop it. And the tree beneath you...
Happy Christmas.
And then... God, Jesus Christ.
What do you expect is going to happen, Simon?
I know, right. And Bill,
2, back for more.
I hadn't bloody built a death mechanic into this Christmas-based one-shot.
No, we can save him. Save Norb. Someone save Norb.
Right, I think Ron and Henry look up and see this like burning torch spreading through the Christmas tree.
It is a good shot, though.
Like, do you want to save him, son? Ron says to Henry.
Henry, no.
What do you say to Henry?
No, you can't make me do this.
What do you say?
Never struggled so much. You're a good man.
Who's he? Tell me honestly.
I genuinely don't know. I've only met him today. I met him today.
What would Henry Cavill do? Sorry, Henry Cavill. He.
I will say if he dies, it's not a good shot, so I don't...
Ron at this point, I think, goes, I'm just gonna say, if we're gonna leave, we should probably leave quite soon. All the explosives I put in here will go off.
Oh my god. Norb! Can I look over at Ellie?
Yep.
How's Ellie reacting to this?
I mean, Ellie is, I think, acting with a grim sense of satisfaction that the outsider has somewhat been removed from play.
That's not what I was expecting you to say.
Oh God!
Honey? Honey?
There's no saving me now.
I'll just go, Nor, jump!
Do you jump?
Am I on fire?
You are on fire, but at a point that is not like...
Maybe a little bit on fire.
You're, as a treat, you're a little bit on fire.
Your veins exploding.
Like, you could survive this, basically. Like, you're a little bit on fire.
Is there a fountain anywhere in this mall?
Sure, we'll say there's a fountain.
Fountain. Oh yes.
Oh, the fountain.
Well, you have to like get your drinks and sit on the edge of the fountain. Yeah.
They do that in all American movies.
seen the
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay, so do I see the fountain?
Yep, you can see the fountain.
To survive the jump first.
Jump straight into
Oh, do I know? I thought I could hit the fountain. Oh, I just hit the floor, and then that's it. I'm near the fountain.
Okay, I hadn't built a jump mechanic into my Christmas D&D one-shot.
You
Tell you
should have
what,
put a tree that was flammable there.
Tell you what, I will say, on a 2-up, you can make that jump
Or 2 up
into the fountain.
to it. So as long as it doesn't go.
Just
As long as you don't get a 1.
Please, Norv.
Well, everyone, Ron and Henry look and they see this flaming torch of a man leap from the top of the Christmas tree, flailing, moving towards the fountain, and then with a sickening crunch hits the paving slabs next to it. And Ron goes, well, I guess we better go. And so Henry, carrying Kayla, pushing the cart with the other hand, and Ron move down the length of the mall, and you can hear in the distance detonation charges. It's Ron and Ellie and Gloria join alongside you, pushing these carts. You know, I put those in a couple of years ago, as soon as it was built. Never liked that man, son of a bitch. The carts burst through the glass doors as you push them out, up into the cold night air of the forest. As behind you, glass roof shatters as the mall is absolutely annihilated. The following day, you're back in Henry's bar. It's open. Exceptional circumstances. It's opened early. When you hear as a helicopter lands on the village green next to the tree, well, you all stick your heads out from the bar and go, oh, okay, it's time to face the music. Okay, and all the villagers come with you. They'd agreed to sign the contract. They're people of their word.
Oh, I don't think you need to do that.
Technically, the deal was if you agreed to sign, he wouldn't set the star.
Well, they agreed. The people of the village agreed.
And himself
No,
on fire.
it's fine. You don't. Please, you don't have to sign
It wasn't
this.
a written contract. It will be hard to
Chris is being helped along by Henry's bow legs.
Chris, please don't.
He walks towards the
I
helicopter.
grab the contract.
You grab the contract.
You're not signing this.
I've got copies.
Kayla, it's the right thing to do. We made a promise to a dead man.
No, it's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do.
The stairs crash down. Out steps Dan Buxton with the cigar. Well, kids, fantastic work. You did better than we expected. We don't need to film the movie here in Nashville anymore. There's a whole place that's already been destroyed. We can just down the road build a couple of MDF structures and we can blow that up. It'll look amazing. Anyway, What happened to that other guy who was here? The Nobby, whatever the fuck. Anyone?
He's dead, Dan.
It was the spirit of Christmas in burning flames. Everyone went mad. The spirit of Christmas possessed them. They needed the decorations. He wanted to destroy it all. Fire, fire, the fires of Christmas burnt. They killed him, Dan.
As Carl says this, I think Kayla just pulls out a candle from somewhere and just sets the contract alight, just without looking, and then just sort of just drops it.
Fires of Christmas.
Yeah, you won't be needing that anymore, Kayla. We're gonna make millions.
I'm not making your film, Dan.
What?
I'm gonna make obstocks now. And I hold up the little camera. Does anyone know what that is? If you're not a TV person, do you know what an obstock is? Observational documentary.
Lots of money in that, is there, Kayla?
Loads, I hear it's going to be the next big thing. It definitely won't underpay anyone who works on it.
Good, that's what I like to hear.
Henry's sort of, I think, puts an arm around you and he's like, we're making one on dogs, I hear, first.
Huskies.
And Dan looks over at you, Carl, and goes, well, Carl, are you staying here as well?
The fires of Christmas burn in my eyes, Dan. Burning, burning.
Okay, suit yourself, kid. Right, we're going to be in New York for lunch. Steps back on the helicopter, the stairs come up.
As he goes up, I'll go, can you sign off my community service? I kind of had to make that film.
Sorry, kid, I can't hear you. And as the helicopter pulls away, it reveals a giant Christmas tree, perfectly decorated, as it's surrounded by its newest, in the shape of Norb's face, the baubles.
Instead of a star, there's a little Norb.
Flaming Norm at the top.
That's the new drink at Henry's bar that lasts the whole season, a flaming Norb. And with that, we close our scene.
Oh, God.
Not the way I thought that would go.
We've never had a permanent character death, ever, even in our home games.
I gave you a Terminator armor save to jump out of a flaming Christmas tree, and you stacked it.
You made me die in the most 90s film way possible. Yeah. On fire, running towards the camera. yeah.
The accelerating scream, the whole works.
Like, we were all just really, like, going for that cheery Christmas, wholesome ending, and then right at the last minute, it's like, nope.
Not me, the man holding the gasoline canister.
I was between a rock and a hard. There was nothing I could do for one more cheer, and I would have been.
I would have given you a buy on one more part, like one more check.
I had the cheeriest thing left to do. I couldn't risk it.
You could have just gone home and not said anything to her, and I don't know, told a child that Father Christmas wasn't real.
I didn't think of that.
Literally the example I had in my notes.
It was narratively appropriate. We'd escalated, we couldn't go back down by that point.
We did quite good beats for a Christmas movie.
Until the end, yeah.
Yeah, until the Hey, Die Hard's a Christmas movie, never forget. Therefore, we filled the Die Hard criteria
and he
as
does
well.
fall out of the building.
Exactly. You Hans Grubered it. Yeah.
Canonically, this is now the fate of the RPGeeks. Emily Bates has ended up with Henry Cavill. Ali's dead.
It worked incredibly well, actually. Like, for an ending which came from pretty much nowhere. Like, it really just
the 1,000-yard stare, flames behind the eyes.
And the return of Dan Buxton as well, like the perfect return of Dan Buxton.
The Deus Ex helicopter.
Around to the end, looping it in, the structure was perfect. My voice is just like this now, by the way. This is just me trying to talk normally at this point, in case you were wondering.
Overcome by Christmas cheer. Well, thank you for playing today.
Thank you, Simon! Broke his DM virginity.
Pop the DM cherry.
What a way to do it.
What a way to do it. Killing Ali,
I know.
who always tries to kill us.
Didn't even
That's
take a wolf.
what we want.
phenomenal.
Well, if you enjoyed this, then we do this. I don't know if that camera's actually on. If you enjoyed this, then we do this. Guess my camera. Then we do D&D every week on twitch.tv/RPGeeks D&D. We are on all the socials. What are our socials that we are on?
Twitter, if it's still around. Instagram, TikTok.
Tino?
Well, yeah, YouTube and
YouTube and
RPGeeks
podcasts.
D&D.
And we have a webpage.
We do have a
Podcasts,
webpage,
just
rpgeeks.co.uk.
Yeah.
Or, if you really like us, buy our merch. It's t-shirts, it's jumpers, it's
Tote bags.
it's
Puzzles
puzzles,
for
jigsaw
some
puzzles.
reason.
Great Christmas
Really
gift, late
niche
Christmas
puzzles.
gift. And it's rpgeeks.tmill.com. That's TEEMILL.
Full stop.
Full stop. COM. Saturday is treat.
Bon. If people don't know what we're talking about, please go and look up the Butterfield diet plan. It's amazing. Well, thank you everyone for playing. Thank you for watching. And The Rock is going to have to find another Midwest town to blow up because Neigeville, it's not time for gunfights. It's time for love and Christmas. Merry Christmas,
Fiery
everyone.
death.
Fiery death, Granny Jennings.
Merry Christmas.